I am Batman. Yes. Savior of Gotham, ridiculer of all evil, I keep the city streets clean. By stopping the crime that happens there. But there is one crime I cannot stop. In our society today, we have many crises that we face day to day. Whether that's murder or drug problems, I'm there to stop it. But there's one no one wants to take responsibility for. Child obesity. Although some say childhood obesity isn't a choice, but a disease, it can and should be prevented because it's spreading fast, bringing health concerns, and is abusing children. This problem is everywhere. It's in our cities, it's in our neighborhoods, it might even be in our own homes. And no one wants to take responsibility for it. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to convince you that parents are the problems. I say parents should be held responsible for their poor parenting in their child. You may be asking yourself, why is this not being brought up? Why haven't I heard about this before? Well, the answer to that is because it's starting to grow rapidly throughout our country. An estimated 1 out of every 6 children suffer from this epidemic. In the 1990s, this was 1 out of 15, and the 3 decades before that, it was only 1 out of 18 children. In the National Library of Medicine, Sarah Jones says that the way her daughter treats her children is nowhere as strict as how I was. It's all because of the phones and that they spend all their time on instead of hanging outside and breaking a good sweat. Sarah believes that the parents who do not restrict whether their child does, whether that is screen use or exercise, is causing the problem of obesity. This trend is not going to stop. The numbers are just going to rise and rise. And the consequences are just going to rise and rise. There are consequences. Consequences that the child is going to have to pay. Cardiovascular disease makes up 1/4 of the U.S. deaths today. Obesity is the reason for 20% of all cancer patients. Obesity causes depression, muscular disorders, and conjugative health. In the U.S., 1 out of 14 people suffer from high cholesterol. In the U.S., 1 out of 11 people have a stroke each year due to weight issues. 1 out of 10 people have a stroke each year due to weight issues. 1 out of 10 people have diabetes, and 1 out of 2 adults have high blood pressure. This is over 200,000 people every year who die due to weight issues. With the rising number of weight problems in children, it's expected that this number is just going to rise. If we take a look at the hit 2000 show South Park, we can take a deeper look at the main character. The main character's name is Eric Cartman, who suffers from being plus size compared to the average 8-year-old. This is likely because of the poor restrictions his parent, Lane, gives him. She obliges to many of his unhealthy habits and does not try to control his weight or exercise habits. The poor restrictions the parent enforces on their child is the reason for the weight problem. Some may argue that it's in their genes and they can't do anything about the fact that they have this problem, and it's considered a disease and not a choice. While in some cases it may be true, there are many incidences where a person with healthy parents has some sort of weight problem listed before. When you take a look at the facts, it's still abusive to the child, for the child's life is obstructed by a simple health concern that can be prevented with just a few more rules. Also, parents are held responsible for everything else with their child, so why not this? Parents are held accountable for having dangerous substances or weapons in reach of children that they may use to harm themselves. So why aren't they responsible for killing them? To wrap this up, I believe parents should be held responsible and punished for obesity in their children. It is abuse to them, raising health concerns for the future life and giving them it's abuse to them, raising health concerns for their future life and giving them a low quality of life evolving out of their childhood. This needs to be stopped. The exponential number of these cases can be lowered with your help. I just ask for one simple action. provide a rule, maybe even two, for if and when you have a child, to ensure safety among you and your child. Thank you.